folks. Jason Hoover, digitalmoneyball.com. This video is for B2B sales professionals and how they can put ChatGPT and these very powerful generative AI tools to work for them. But I don't just want to talk to you about how to use ChatGPT. We actually do that in some of our other videos. The thing is, ChatGPT has completely changed the game for B2B sales. Completely. And today we're going to go a little down the rabbit hole, and I hope that you can join us for the trip. In the post-COVID digital age, B2B sales is a different game. Getting clicks, making connections, getting meetings, these things are more difficult post-COVID. You probably feel this. The thing is, customers today are just saturated. They're inundated with salespeople and companies, with emails, calls, social media requests, just a bunch of spam coming at them 24/7. And their shields are up all the time today. Ironically, digital has created shields for the very things it created in the first place. Spam call alerts that most of us don't answer. Junk email that most of us don't check. Today, it's actually the personal human touch that can truly make the difference in breaking through those shields and grabbing attention and getting meetings. But the thing is that scale is paramount, especially in today's digital age. The digital age is one of winner take all. We see this across B2B and B2C markets. That's why consolidation is so prevalent in B2B. You know, in the digital age, bigger players get bigger and smaller players get squeezed. That's just how things work. In B2B sales, if you're not upskilling to produce your own scale, you're falling behind the curve. If you're not upskilling, you're falling behind other sales professionals, and you're falling behind the capabilities of technology. You need to find ways to scale yourself, especially for delivering new business to the firm. And the fact is, most salespeople simply haven't upskilled to compete in the digital age's new game. Generally speaking, too many B2B firms are actually several generations back with their sales and marketing. They're just not prepared to face post-COVID digital age challenges. And many haven't incorporated technology at all for the sake of producing their own scale. Now, if that's your firm, look, you've got some catching up to do, but that's okay. Even for others who followed last generation's playbooks, 2022's playbooks to the T, the game has largely changed. So in last generation's playbooks, sales and marketing processes largely became centralized. What do I mean by that? Companies put in place centralized command and control processes and tools like lead generation or marketing automation or CRM tools. Managers love those tools for the sake of control and reporting. Now, these systems and software largely replace people with technology. The technology developed a scale of outreach, at least for early funnel activity, that sales cold calling and emailing and knocking on doors simply couldn't produce. Now, in these last generation playbooks, salespeople were supposed to get leads from these central systems. The central systems would produce and nurture and qualify leads. They'd dump them into CRM systems. Salespeople would act a certain way, log activity in the CRM systems, which have ruined many sales cultures, by the way. And the interesting part, though, is that in November of last year, with ChatGPT's release, those rules changed instantly. And the model that we show to business management is that last generation centralized models can now give way to a decentralized model, much like old mainframe computers gave way to PCs, at least when the PCs became sufficiently powerful. We see this decentralization model occur in many places when the end nodes become sufficiently powerful. And in this decentralized model, sales professionals, now enhanced by ChatGPT's enormous power, salespeople become the company's biggest assets. What if a firm could combine some of the best of the old with the best of the new, the personal touch and the personal connections of the old and the digital and scale of the new? What if companies no longer needed to rely on spamming marketing automation to produce an adequate volume of at-bats? And what if a firm could stand out today and break through today's saturation and shields by creating unique, compelling content and messages aligned to unique customer-by-customer needs and decision drivers, and thereby dramatically raise their batting average? One big consequence of these systematic changes in centralization is that many B2B salespeople stopped prospecting. You know, years ago, B2B sales used to involve visiting reception desks, making countless phone calls. But with these new systems, the old habits and skills of digging and finding leads, prospecting those leads, doing the work. Look, we just lost some chops along the way. Jeb Blunt, the author of the best-selling book Fanatical Prospecting, says that top sales professionals spend as much as 80% of their time prospecting and qualifying. Be honest, are you even close to that? Here's the thing. With ChatGPT, prospecting can again become an integral part of B2B sales and your early funnel activity. Prospecting is more feasible than ever, and the big secret is that prospecting can actually be more effective today than those expensive command-and-control spamming central systems. Here's why the rules have largely changed. First, ChatGPT now allows salespeople to develop a scale of prospecting that was just unimaginable last year. Second, look, everyone's information today, for better or worse, is public. You can find out about any company, any person on platforms like LinkedIn. You can buy good lead lists inexpensively. Most B2B businesses don't need what's called pull marketing to generate leads. And relatedly, third, B2B normally operates in what we call target markets, not the mass markets of B2C. Don't let B2C thinking corrupt your very different B2B sales and marketing, as it too often does today. You likely don't have millions of potential customers. You likely have thousands or even hundreds, and that's a manageable quantity. You don't want to automate this. You don't want to spam your several hundred customers. Lastly, and here's the big thing, today, prospecting allows you, not your marketing automation or CRM system, it allows you to personalize your approach and to warm connections and to break through with new customers in a way that centralized methods can't, in a human way, in a way that compels customers to actually interact with you that they wouldn't with your automation. It gets you from a low-odds game of spamming and to a point where you can manufacture hits and dramatically raise your batting average. If you haven't watched our overview yet for ChatGPT for sales and marketing, we'll put a link in the description. I'd encourage you to watch it and check it out, or our other demonstrations and use case videos. And you can see how this new playbook can shape out with ChatGPT and how the paradigm has completely changed. If you haven't used ChatGPT yet, as so many B2B sales professionals have, and especially those of us over the age of 40, look, you just can't even imagine its capabilities. ChatGPT gives professionals veritable superpowers. Its impacts are truly extraordinary, and when it comes to sales, ChatGPT has a huge array of uses and applications. But in this video, we go through an example. It's the mere tip of the iceberg, and we're starting from scratch. From scratch, we launch an email prospecting campaign. We create several email variants. We send dozens of initial personalized emails with attached assets, and we do this in a little over 5 minutes from scratch. You don't need extensive capabilities to do this, and if I can do this in around 5 minutes, think of what you can do with a week, with a month, or with an entire fiscal year. In our playbooks, we actually go one step further. We combine prospecting with account-based marketing, ABM, with some new playbooks, rules, and structures. We use both techniques synergistically to dramatically accelerate new customer acquisition. We enable sales professionals to easily personalize and even customize content, making their approach so much more engaging and content more compelling. The essence of what we demonstrate is that prospecting has become feasible at scale. Sales can again behave like the salespeople of the past, but in a modern, scalable way, supported by these groundbreaking technologies. And they can even outperform those technology-centric, centralized means for developing new business. And with this realization, sales professionals can now become powerful, hyper-productive, lead-nurturing, prospecting machines. And they can do this in a personalized human way that other methods just can't touch. Listen, I want you to scale you. I don't want your company to scale in a technological way under old playbooks that makes the company less successful and at the same time withers you and your important role into obsolescence. I want you to upskill and for you to scale you. What I'm suggesting requires just some basic upskilling. We often train sales teams in as little as a day to launch this powerful new capability. We do some work on sales prospecting, which generally needs to be retrained and refreshed. Many times we'll develop actually some specific playbooks for companies with some customized messaging to include in the overall prospecting playbook. Of course, we show salespeople how to use ChatGPT, which is probably the easiest part of the overall learning process. It's surprisingly intuitive. And then we spend some time refreshing skills from Microsoft Office. And I'll tell you why. The reason Microsoft Office is important, programs like Excel and PowerPoint have immense power, which most users barely scratch the surface of. You know that guy that sits in the corner that's just a whiz at Excel, or the gal that creates these amazing PowerPoint presentations for everyone? You now have many of those same capabilities. First, ChatGPT allows users to utilize that software like power users, even to the point where they can actually write their own code. Yes, I'm serious. It's very easy to do with ChatGPT. Second, ChatGPT connects these powerful software programs together. For example, imagine using an Excel prospecting list to customize hundreds of assets in PowerPoint and then attach those to hundreds of new emails, which are also personalized and created automatically using an Excel macro. Things that previously took days or weeks can literally be done in minutes. And when you start combining the capabilities of ChatGPT and general purpose software, you can accomplish tasks that specialized software like CRM systems can't touch. The formal training can be a great spark to build new capabilities or even launch a new sales and marketing playbook. But the reality is that driven and self-motivated salespeople can largely learn these techniques on their own. And for management, look, if you're eavesdropping here, you need to reconsider the balance sheets of your CRM systems today and consider their impacts in total, including impacts on sales cultures and behaviors. They often mechanize salespeople. They make them less entrepreneurial. And the question for you is, are you willing to trade off some of that big company stuff like management reports and data that you probably don't use anyways for the entrepreneurship and the innovation and the flexibility that comes with highly productive, engaged, scalable sales professionals? You don't necessarily have to replace these systems, but it is a consideration, and the paradigm has changed that much. I'll be honest though, prospecting was hard work. And unfortunately, it's even been largely removed from the B2B sales orthodoxy. Many B2B sales professionals have never learned how to do it properly. Look, one of the best salesmen I knew early in my career actually started as an encyclopedia salesperson early in his career. And you need that skill set. You need to learn how to deal with rejection. That's hard for some people. Also, if you want to be effective, you have to put in the work. Blunt discusses this in his book as well. He talks about allocating time for prospecting, developing habits, developing discipline. Otherwise, other tasks will inevitably take its place. Look, urgent matters often tend to displace important matters, especially those that you don't want to do. The good news is that ChatGPT makes prospecting much easier. And the important realization is that in November of last year, with ChatGPT's release, the reset button was pressed. Everybody is back on the starting blocks again. So if you were falling behind, if you were struggling with technology, or felt that you can never catch up, look, everyone's at zero again, and you've got an opportunity for a fresh start. We'd suggest that now is the time to act. To be honest, I'm actually amazed that more people aren't talking about these possibilities, but they're not. And the truth is, maybe that's because nobody has anything to sell you. ChatGPT is free. It's readily available. People like Elon Musk have acknowledged we need to keep it that way. So if you're wondering why the normal thought leaders, the McKinseys and Deloittes of the world, or the Salesforce.coms and the HubSpots, why they're not talking about this stuff, consider the fact that not only do they have nothing to sell you, but they've been making a lot of money by automating and replacing traditional sales activities with their technologies, systems, and software. And ChatGPT disrupts this stuff. In fact, it's thrown a big grenade in it. Look, ChatGPT might be the biggest disruption since the nuclear weapon. It's that big. B2B will be slow to catch on to the fact that the rules have fundamentally changed. And our message to you is to think differently, think critically, be smarter, be bolder than others. Don't be a lemming. Everyone else is waiting for others to move. Get ahead of the pack. For sales professionals, here's 3 quick last pieces of advice. First, get into ChatGPT. Use it. It's free. All it takes is a login. Don't be scared of it. And not to be too philosophical, look, we just can't have our previous generations Pontius piloting this stuff. We need our experienced generations who have learned life's tough lessons help guide these new powerful technologies and shape this much different future. Second, upskill yourself, especially around ChatGPT and Microsoft Office. Use that combination of easy to learn, powerful general purpose software to multiply your capabilities and your result and generate your own scale. Third, put in the work. Relearn the basics of prospecting. That's the job we all signed up for. Look, we didn't sign up for sales presentations or emails or CRM data entry, for goodness sake. We signed up for the business version of going to a bar on a Friday night, getting a bunch of phone numbers, and then delivering those to the business. You deliver something that nobody else can deliver today. Something that's immensely valuable. New customers, new relationships. Too many B2B salespeople have fallen into the trap of complacency. They go to the same accounts, they make their milk runs. They've forgotten about that fundamental aspect of the job of delivering new business. And to be successful there, look, you have to do the work. But if you do these things, you'll be successful, you'll maintain or even increase your relevance, you'll build a versatile set of skills, which is highly transferable, by the way. You'll have transformed yourself into a powerful, dangerous, capable force that can deliver new connections at scale. ChatGPT's disruption is just enormous. If you want to learn more about how it applies to sales and marketing and B2B, watch our videos, get our new book. But thanks for watching. Go get after it. Have some fun in the process. Good luck, and we'll see you again sometime soon.